Hi, my name is David Young. I'm a District 6 resident since about 1997. I wanted to thank you guys for the opportunity to address you all today. It's a unique opportunity to have everybody in the room. And as I think one of the supervisors mentioned, we are dealing with what has been called a human rights violation by the United Nations. If I live in South of Market, in which my neighborhood has changed drastically in the last 5 years, from an environment which was pretty safe and a great environment to raise a family, to one in which we have skin diseases, bloodborne infections, people wandering the streets who are losing limbs due to their addiction and a combination of unsanitary conditions and injection drug use. And this is a public health crisis on our streets that can't be allowed to continue, whether the residents of the encampments would like to stay on the streets or not. I think the point that we need to think about is whether or not we're being compassionate in the long term versus compassionate in the short term. In the long term, someone who refuses shelter is not acting in their own best interest. They need to get clean. They need to get access to medical stabilization and counseling and all the things that a city with an $11 billion budget should be able to provide. We can't allow people to remain on the streets just because they choose that. It's a sign of the addiction that's gripped so many people on our streets. I understand that we've been recently given about $3 million to improve mental health services and addiction counseling. That sounds like a great opportunity for us to make a real difference here. And I'd like to thank the police department, who is a valuable presence within our neighborhood of South of Market. Whenever we have problems with people being violent or otherwise out of their mind, you guys are always the first responders on the scene, and I've seen you deal with it in a
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker.